Hello and welcome to the first video on the Boro Collects YouTube channel. I am your host Jarvis, otherwise known as Boroshin, hence the name. And today we have a special treat to start off the YouTube channel on a good note. We have the entirety of Series 12 of the Mattel WWE Superstars to unbox, do a little review for you. So it's not one, we've got Bret, the Hitman Hart, long time coming to this line. We have obviously his partner, the Hart Foundation, Jim, the Anvil Neidhart. Then to round it out, someone that's already technically been in the line but under a different gimmick. It is Cactus Jack. There he is. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Right, first up of the Superstars Series 12, we are going to be unboxing Mick Foley, otherwise known as three different names mankind do love, and of course the first of his major gimmicks, Cactus Jack. This sort of reminds me, kind of with the sort of poncho, reminds me more of his WCW, the WCW days, but he does have both looks. As you can see from the artwork, he's wearing that classic Wanted t-shirt. You got the full artwork. As you can see, this is actually the, let me get that in there. This is the international packaging. This isn't the American packaging, so this is from Wrestling Shop here in the UK, which are now the exclusive distributors of the Superstars. So, without further ado, it's time to let them breathe, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there. Luckily, these are quite easy to open. They have a nice little opening at the bottom. They're not too difficult. There we are. Crack him open. And there he is. His little poncho. I'm loving, I mean, that head sculpt. That just is, like, if I think of Mick Foley, that just looks exactly how I would expect him to look. Looking fantastic. It's obviously got the little bag. They've changed these bags recently with the extra pieces, the extra hands and things, to a much better bag. The early ones of this line, which I've been now collecting for the last couple of months, these bags were an absolute nightmare to open. They're now a lot easier, which I'm glad that they've done. So yeah, we've got Mick. One thing I will need actually is handy these little plastic ties they put on these things. Bit of a nightmare. So bear with. It's actually not done taking it as long. The hands are free. Once you get the hands free in these, I find it's relatively easy to get them out. Pop him out, and then we can just put it in these. Usually, well, actually, he's kind of lower in the packaging. I might actually have to, because of the big boots, they've secured him in. I might be able to force it out. Yeah, we can get him out, I think. Ooh. They really have got him in there. There we go. That's one boot free. Sorry if you're with the plastic. Ding, ding. There we go. There we go. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it, and he is free. Cactus Jack. So there we are. He's got his poncho. This is all soft goods, so this is kind of the selling point of the line. These Superstars, very reminiscent of the AWA Remco figures and the sort of He-Man style figures. Comes with the standard sort of C-grip hands as normal. Loving the what is it? The sort of leopard cheetah pattern boots. You've got the Cactus Jack down the actual trousers there, and presumably, yes indeed, we pop this off, because I probably, even though I do like his WCW run, the more iconic look for me is there. There it is, the Wanted Dead or Alive Cactus Jack shirt. There he is. I think it's fantastic. So obviously you've got the standard articulation of these figures. You've got the swivel here, fully all around. You've got the bend at the elbow, but then also this also swivels full. So that's both arms. Same with the legs. Legs are sort of slightly limited on the articulation. They do go up. They do go up and down, but nothing there. If you're used to these Superstars figures, you'll be very much used to how they function. They're very nice, and obviously the head does move and rotate. So let's get the cactus to just stand there just for a moment, because he does come with some extra bits and pieces like these Superstar figures do. Let's just crack these open. Actually, I can't remember what he comes with. I don't think he comes with anything particularly. I think it's just two different pairs of hands from what I remember. Oh no, of course he comes with the iconic. I forget. How could I forget? As a Mick Foley fan, he of course comes with the hands that I will have him posed in, which is the Bang Bang, which obviously we'll have that done for you. So he comes with, you got one fist is taped, got the taped fist and the regular, so 2 fist hands. You've got 2 flat hands, once again one taped, so the flat. These ones I think are reused from Elites, so they look a little bit, some people call them, they look like baby hands. They weren't specifically made because a lot of the parts fit Elites, things like that with Mattel. But then the gun hands, the Bang Bang hands. So those are what's going on. We've got to have him doing the Bang Bang. So let's pop these off for the moment. These sometimes could be quite in there. Let's get, obviously only one hand. He only had one hand taped, whereas the other he had untaped. So now we can have him. Oh, hello! I popped out his arm. The arms on these Superstars do just pop out. This is another thing, which is helpful actually when you need to get their soft goods off sometimes. They do, so I can have him doing. There it is. We'll have it going to the side. I probably could get this a little bit better, but there he is doing bang bang. There he is, Cactus Jack. I think a phenomenal rendition, perfect to go with the Mankind, which I already do have. He's unfortunately up there. Can't really reach him from here. But yeah, no, fantastic figure. Let's get on to the next one. On to the second figure in the Series 12 lineup for these Mattel Superstars, and it is none other than Bret the Hitman Hart. The fact that it took till Series 12 to get Bret Hart is kind of crazy, considering how popular he is. But yeah, Bret Hart. I mean, a lot of people give Mattel a lot of shit for the head sculpts for Bret. I think that looks like Bret. I think that's a decent head sculpt. I think he's kind of a little bit difficult to do. Often you see people, just be like, well, if you put the glasses on him, it's fine. But he does come with glasses, so we will be doing that. So here we are. Let's crack him open. Let him breathe, as it were. Said, okay, quite easy to get open. They've changed. I think they have changed the packaging regarding these boots. This used to take up the whole space. I don't know whether this is an international only thing that they've done, but that's new. They never used to do that. I do like how if you open it, you kind of can keep the packaging if you want, because it doesn't rip it too badly if you open it from the bottom. Not that I do. I don't keep the packaging, but there we are. So there he is, Bret. I think he looks actually really, really good. Loving all the deco hits on the gear. Bret has such iconic gear, but the thing I'm really interested in is the jacket. Look at that. The Hitman. So let's get him out of his plastic house. Be completely free now. There we are. He is free. Wow. This feels absolutely fantastic in hand. I think he looks great. Loving the deco hits on the actual gear. Loving you got all the sort of flames. Obviously it says Hitman on the actual leg there. Loving obviously classic stars on the boots. Says it on both sides. I'm sure. Yep, Hitman. Does it say anything? Has he got anything on there? Yeah, of course. He's got the classic Hitman there. And there we are. Hitman Hart Foundation. So it is very much a Hart Foundation Bret. This is a really nice kind of soft but yet leather feeling material for Bret. He actually feels pretty damn good. Let me just pop him down there for the moment. While we, if you want to stay there, Bret, don't. Oh, he's feeling. Sometimes these superstars are a little bit of a difficulty to stand up. It's once you find their sort of sweet spot, they're all right. They're good. Right, let's crack open his. You get so many of these little plastic twist ties everywhere when you're unboxing these. But I don't know if anyone else here collects the Mattel WWE Superstars. Because I started late, collecting some of the middle ones, particularly between about Series 4 and Series 9, very difficult. So if anyone in the UK is selling some of those middle ones, do let me know, because I am in the search. I need a Macho Man. I need a Typhoon. I need an Earthquake to complete. But yeah, okay. So what do we get in our little bag of goods? We get, of course, 2 fists, kind of a regular thing. Then we get the hands out, lovely, double little hands. But then the important thing, we get the little glasses there, and they are sort of the round spectacle glasses that are on the actual. Now, how difficult is it to actually get these on? Because presumably you've got to go under his hair slightly, because he's got quite a large amount of hair. But usually Mattel have thought of this, and they've usually made some sort of slight indentation so that you can get that underneath. Sort of have managed it, almost. Don't want to force it too much. That's sort of gone in. It's the left side that seems to be playing up the most, but there we go. We kind of got them on. They're a little bit skew-if though. So that's a slight, I don't know whether other people reported that about this figure. Slight issue there. Because ideally you want it under the hair, because otherwise it looks a little weird. Yeah, I mean, roughly. It's not gone on as well as I would have liked. I mean, if I did it over the hair, would that fit better? I mean, it fits, but you don't notice it as much if you've got it over the hair, but there he is with the glasses. I guess because he's got black hair, you don't notice it so much, but I do like him with the glasses on. And probably from a posing perspective, how do you want your Hitman pose? You want him doing that signature double arms out pose. If I can get his hand off, his hand is in there, ladies and gentlemen. It is very much in there. Let me get that. Jesus, yeah, his hands. Sometimes you just find when you unbox these figures, the hands are just in there so tight, which is good. It's good because it means that, you know, it's well made. But at the same time, they are meant to come out. They are designed. You sometimes find you have to sort of twist and twizzle it. Jesus, this one's even worse. There we go. I mean, I'm not the strongest guy in the world, but I'm also not. I'm far from weak. Let's see if we can get this hand in. Can we get the hand in? I think we can. So there we are. So now we can have him doing that signature sort of the double hands out. He's right at the crowd doing the double hands to the side. I might give him a little bend. A little bend there in the arm as well. The jack is quite good. It doesn't actually restrict the movement of the joints too much. Sometimes you find that they do, where obviously the sort of fabric and stuff are going into the joints. But I think he's going to be up there as one of my favourite of the Superstars figures ever. I'm counting this as a 2025 figure because I didn't get it till 2025, but it realistically is a 2024 figure. It did release in the US in 2024, and it was. The wrestling shop did actually have it in 2024 right at the end, so it is really a 2024 figure. But I think he's fantastic. The only slight mark down here is the glasses. They're not. I mean, I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but getting that left arm of the glasses underneath the hair doesn't seem to work quite as well as it does on the right. On the right, it fits quite nicely. On the left, a little bit less so, but there we are. There's the Hitman. On to our final, his partner, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And now, to finish off Series 12 of the Mattel Superstars, we have, of course, Bret Hart's partner, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Honestly, I've been, weirdly enough, even though you'd think Bret would be the standout of the set, when I was seeing images of this, I think the Anvil might be. I mean, he just looks phenomenal. I mean, the goatee, everything. He's got the slightly sort of, most of the Superstars have the same body. They have the sort of He-Man kind of style body. He has the slightly sort of podgier body that they've used on some of the others. And that, it perfectly suits how sort of bulky Anvil was. So let's get into it. Let's crack him open. Give him some of that air. He's been restrained in his packaging for too long. I've absolutely mauled the packaging here. Now, I was saying about how usually you can keep the packaging. That's not looking quite so nice. There he is, the Anvil, and I think they have nailed that head sculpt. That's exactly how I would expect him to look. He's got the lovely Hart Foundation design on the side. I'm loving it. Anyway, we've got obviously. Excellent. So here we go. Right, let's get him free. Let's free him up, and wow. Immediately in hand, he's feeling fantastic. Let me just scrape those all over there. So there we are. There's the Anvil. I think he looks great. He's got nice head sculpt, got all the obviously detail on the hair and whatnot. Jacket, once again, exactly the same style jacket, but obviously different deco print on it to Bret's. But he matches him perfectly. I love these sort of, he's kind of got like the barbed wire design on the legs. He's got the anvils on the boots. Classic stuff. And he's got Anvil on his bum. As such, he's obviously got the classic sort of Hart Foundation, his sort of singlet, which is very, very nice. So he, I mean, once again, kind of a sleeper hit, I think. Anvil not always appreciated quite as much as obviously Bret, because Bret had the big singles career, but Jim the Anvil Neidhart was a hell of a worker. And I mean, some of those Hart Foundation matches were some of the first wrestling I ever watched when I started to get into it, because my granddad used to buy a lot of old VHSs, let me tell you, and I saw a lot of Hart Foundation matches, and they are so good in the ring. He comes with the more standard sunglasses, more matching what he used to wear. And then he comes with, obviously, the two fists, as usual, and the two open hands as well, which is good. Let's just pop these sunglasses on, because obviously I'll be keeping the sunglasses on. Now, for example, for him, sunglasses are a lot easier to put on, because obviously there's no hair. Yes, see, look, that's perfect. That is Jim the Anvil Neidhart, 100%. Now, what I ideally want him doing is essentially, can I get him kind of, I want him sort of, if I can, get him sort of stroke his beard, but I don't think, I mean, there is some limited, I don't think it's the jacket, it's actually just the regular, I can sort of, yeah, I can kind of get him in that stroking beard pose where he'd be like, he'd be laughing away, and yeah, he looks fantastic. Have him. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think he might actually be. I was thinking that Bret was going to be my favourite of the three, but I think Jim might be. I think he looks fantastic. I've slightly adjusted his glasses there, but there he is. Yeah, stroking their beard. He's teaming with Bret. They're scheming. Kind of. I don't know whether I think this would still be considered a sort of babyface Hart Foundation look, more so than a heel. Do correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think he looks fantastic. I think he looks really, really good. So him with Bret is going to look fantastic. Actually, let me just go grab. I've already moved him into position kind of over here, but oh my days, I've caused a nightmare, but that's fine. There they are together. The Hart Foundation, they look great together. I think they look fantastic. Both glasses on, they match each other greatly with the two matching jackets. Overall, very happy with the series. I think they've hit it out the park. Do let me know what you think, of course, of this series 12, the Mattel WWE Superstars line. I'll be back with more, obviously, unboxings. I hope you enjoyed this first video on the channel. Do remember to subscribe. Click that bell for the notifications. I'm going to have to learn to do all this stuff if I'm going to do this whole YouTube thing. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.